Oh, welcome to Let's Tell You Guys. This book is so exciting. It is Piggyvest Stories from 2022. Now, let us start with Piggyvest first of all. Piggyvest is like an online saving platform that has been able to create several other ways of saving, meeting your targets, and investing online. Simply put, it is an online bank that does everything different from your traditional bank. So it's like, while if you wanted to do, what's that thing called again? That's what I think we used to save. If you wanted to save money in a long term in a bank, you go fill forms, you know, they'll now come and get back to you to let you know, then you do the rollover, then you have to, instead you're just doing it on your phone. So like it's that fast, okay? It's one of the more popular ones here in Nigeria. I know it's outside the shores of Nigeria, but it's one of the most popular ones here in Nigeria. So this book is a compilation of several stories that discuss what the lives of people that have been able to use this app, what it was like in 2022. It was shared into different sections, which made it very cool and very easy to choose what you want to read or not read. I actually also loved the part where at the end of every chapter, there's like data telling you about that's educating you more about what was written in the chapter. That's what they were talked about in the chapter, right? And then there's a small comic strip that was really funny. On Piggyvest's side, I would say this is a very smart tool because you're learning a lot about money. You're understanding the way the world works when it comes to even things like NFTs and saving and social media, making money, because there's a lot of young people on the app. So it exposes you to all that while still marketing their brand or marketing their platform. So kudos to them for that. So let's go through the chapters. There were very few, like 6 chapters, okay? Let's go through them. The first one was making money. Okay, so in this one, I'm going to talk about, they talked about like, I think 5 people, or were they 4 people? But I'm going to talk about Korti EO. She's a YouTuber, very popular in Nigeria. Like, I know my husband is crazy about her. He loves her content, and all that. So Korti EO talked about how she got to become a YouTube person and the parts that her ability to save money using Piggyvest affected that, and then the way she even feels about the entire YouTube space, which is where we are right now. Hello. So she explained that, which was really nice. So if you haven't already, please, you can go and find her, Korti EO. Like, finish this video first though. Come on now. Then you can find her. She's an amazing person. She's quite a sensation in Nigeria right now. So that was making money. 2, losing money. Guys, hey, this losing money one, like when I was done, I thought I was going to pass out. The stories were crazy. There was someone that lost money with MMM. A woman, a mom, who got into trouble with these loan companies, loan apps. I didn't even know they were apps. Like, I didn't know. Like I said, in reading this book, your mind is exposed to a lot of realities. I didn't know that they were apps. Those, I'm sure at one point you've gotten a message from someone telling you that, we are from blah, blah, blah. Do you have any contact with this person? Yeah, I would discourage you from having contact with this person because they are owing a certain amount, that kind of thing. So like, I'm trying to shame the person. So apparently there's an app that does that. But see, that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the gambling one. There's this guy that gambled, a university graduate, I think in 300 level, gambled himself into a debt of 500,000 naira. See, I don't know if the person knows God or not, but personally, I think that God arrested him at 500,000 naira because the attitude, the way he was about gambling, that guy was heading towards 500 million if care was not taken. So what was it that happened? I think he needed, he got money for something, and he felt like instead of just giving that money, let him take it and gamble it and double it, then he can pay what he wants to pay and keep this thing. I think he started with 15,000. So he got 15,000, gambled it, put it in, I think it was bets, all this sports betting thing, and he lost the money. So that money still needed to be paid. I think it was the school fees. That money still needed to be paid. So he now said, okay, fine, no problem. Let him find who will give him money. Someone gave him money, enough money to pay that money back. He said, let him try and gamble it again. He gambled it and lost it. That is how this guy was just using money. Bam, bam, bam. By the time his debt got to, I think, 145,000, By the time he got to 145,000, please, in case you're hearing this sound, please forgive me. By the time he got to 145,000, eventually, somehow, he was able to gamble. He was able to put in money, place money on a bet, and he actually made, I think he made 175K. Then his friends told him that let them go and celebrate the fact that that's the money that he had that he could have used and just paid that money, pay everybody that he was owing. Because it was small debts here and there. His friends said let them take him out, let them take him out so that he can have he can celebrate the money that he has gotten. That is how this man, this young person that his parents sent to school, went to have fun, went to a strip club, and spent, I think he spent everything. By the next morning, he actually paid for a threesome, which he ended up not even participating in. Like, it's not like it's a matter of whether he participates or not. But what in the village people working hard situation is this? Like, what is wrong with you, sir? Anyway, I'm inspired by this guy, by the way, other than the fact that I am horrified by what happened. In the morning, he had only 10,000 to his name. You know, this guy collected his 10,000 to go and do. He went to play another bet. Well, this man's story was mad. I don't want to tell you the whole thing, right? But I think what I learned a lot from this losing money side was that all of them said in the end that they learned the importance of talking to someone about a problem when it shows up. Because when you talk about it to someone earlier and the person helps you out, it stops you from making the problem bigger. Do you understand? The money problem, sometimes, something like 15,000 is all you need to settle a problem, but you'll be like, you can do it yourself. You now try and do it yourself. You now enter deeper into problem. You know, so that's what you're trying to stop. That's what you're trying to avoid. This losing money one, he was mad. Okay, so he also went on to explain, the book also went on to explain that I think 4 in every 10 Nigerian participates actively in betting, and most of them lose a lot of money. And I think that's what the lure of, or the allure of gambling is that you're never free of it, or you're never free of it until you actually like let it go. But you always keep thinking that if you can just run 1 or 2 things, it will work. This story drove me crazy. Anyway, so that was losing money. Another one was any money. So this any money one was more like if you're working in a corporate space or whatever space you're working in, how do you get a raise? So it's like they talk to us, how do you talk to your boss? When is the best time to talk about it? Honestly, I think this book is a gem. Honestly, it was well done. You know, so like what time is the best to talk to the boss? If it's a HR person, what should you do? How to avoid being over-friendly, how to avoid getting into the trap of somebody feeling like you need to give them something for them to give you a raise, you know, that kind of thing. So very, very insightful. Again, a lot of data at the back of that particular chapter. So the next one, number 4, was about spending money. Now, one of the things that makes this book very impressive is that it relates to Nigeria. So they talked about, they used major things that Nigeria spend money on, that spend a lot of money on, and talked about it. They talked about japa. What is the cost of japa? That's a lot of money being spent, you know. So different people, when they left, so different people told stories. This is where I went to. This is how much it cost me. And this is how much we're still paying. Those that did masters, this is how much masters cost. Those that went to Canada, this is how much going to Canada was. Those that moved with family, how easy was it? How hard was it? Those that were citizens, how much did they cost for you to go? So all those type of things, it was very enlightening. But what I want to talk about is where he talked about the bridesmaid, the cost of a Nigerian bridesmaid. Thankfully, I'm out of that space as a human being. Like, it's a part I'm never going to get back to in my life. Now, it's not like I'll never get back to it. Like for my friends, I have friends that, you know, if they get married tomorrow, I'll do it for them. But for me personally, I'm glad that I'm over it, because the bridesmaid situation now is like, you know, you pay for a dress, pay for shoe, hair, makeup, because you want everything. The bride wants everything to be uniform. You pay for all of that. Then you pay for ashebi, it's the traditional. Then you pay for, apparently you pay for hotel room, then do a bridal party or something like that, pre-wedding party. For all these things have to be paid for. Sometimes it runs to as much as 200,000 for someone else's wedding. Come on now. Yo, oh Lord. Let me make it personal for a second. Many years ago, right, when I was still in university, after going for a good friend's wedding, very good friend's wedding, I realized that I was going to stop taking ashebi from people. I did bridesmaid, like maid of honor to be exact, like 5 times or 4 times in my life. And that I think is okay. Like if I'm close to you and you want me to be your maid of honor, that makes sense. But you see this ashebi one, I stopped doing it. where people just want to see fine girls wear clothes. I stopped doing it. And I remember a lot of people telling me that if you don't do Ashebi for your friends, who's going to do for you? I said I wasn't going to do Ashebi. And truth is, I did not do Ashebi. I have my 5 in my house, 5 girls. All of them, if they wear the same color, has Ashebi not come? Ashebi Agbago. You know, but that's me being personal about it. This spending that much money on someone else, it's crazy. You spend 7K for Ashebi. By the time you have to buy the dress must be from here, the shoe must be from here, then you have to transport yourself, then you pay for hotel room where you stay. Some people, their traditional weddings are inside villages. That is rough. You know, so that's this one. Spending the price of the Nigerian bridesmaid. Wow. Okay, so that was that one. Then the other one was investing money. This is the second to last one. Investing money one I think I liked because they talked about, there were different people again that told stories about how they invested money. But I took on Jola's own. Jola she's part of a duo, FK and Jola. They have this thing where they call, is on the podcasts, and they also have some snippets that they put here on YouTube. So another person that you can also check out when you're done with this video. Pay attention. And Jola is, she said something I felt very profound. She said, learn from those who know about money when it comes to investing. She's lucky. Her mother, her parents are people that invest and have increased money most of their life. So she talked about how her mom called her one day and asked her about saving money, and she wasn't saving because she thought she wasn't earning enough. The mother knocked sense into her. And her father too was somebody that was able to do something. So somehow she created a habit of learning to save, found an investment bank, you know, and all that was possible because she had people in her life. So it's like, if you know anyone, if you want to know about money, find people that know about money, know about investing, know about growing passive income. Money just sitting there, but instead of it just staying there and the bank is collecting stupid charges like card maintenance, card that's inside your pocket. And instead of people who do that, instead collect, put it somewhere where the money actually grows over the years. Okay. Then the last one was, I think you call that one pockets on a piggyvest. Now in piggyvest, let me do small marketing for them, right? In piggyvest, there are different platforms. There's something called the safe lock. It's like you drop money there and they give you a particular percentage depending on how long you want it to be there. Then there's your wallet. Your regular wallet is where your money, you can spend and move your money around, and you get an instant account number that fast to like 3 or 4 banks within Nigeria. That is what you use to do your transaction, you know, and all that. So if you now want to transfer that money to your physical bank, that's the traditional bank that you know, you can now move your money there and then you can spend from there. If you know, somebody in the book said that they don't use traditional banks anymore. I am very curious as to how they are doing that. Like, I'm curious because I feel like your complimentary card, sorry, your bank card, your ATM card is still your regular card. piggyvest doesn't have, so I don't know how they are doing it, honestly. But if anything happened in Nigeria now is anything to go by, it makes sense that we start paying a little more attention to these online platforms, because our traditional banks have really fallen our hands this period. The whole system, it has fallen hand immensely. It's such a thing. The one thing I'll tell you I did not like about this book, and I don't know whether they did it intentionally and all that, and that is that after the chapter, there's the data, then there's the comic strip, which was really cool. Then there's there's supposed to be something called key points. For some reason, every single chapter, the key points were blurred. So I couldn't even see anything, like it was blurred out. The book was free. That's what I'm telling you about it now. Go to piggyvest on Instagram or on Twitter, and you can get the book for free. I think you register and give them your email address, then they can be sending you information about their platform. So it's like you do that, and then you can get the book for free on your phone. Then you can either e-read it, you know, have an automated voice read it to you, or you just read it like normal, this thing. It's very short. I read it in, I started it in the evening and I was done by the next morning. So it's actually very easy to read. But that being said, this book, other than the fact that I couldn't find the key points, you know, I think I'm going to ask them and find out why. Other than the fact I couldn't find the key points, I think this book is worth the hype. It's worth it, and it's gotten me even more interested in the idea of online platforming. There are several of them. There's Kuda. Kuda is very impressive. There's Opay. Opay, I think, is one of the most popular ones here in Nigeria. So I mean, it's really cool. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't. You see subscribe button somewhere here. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like this video, and please leave a comment below if you're on any online platform, because I would like to know more. Okay, if you're on any online money platform, how is it going? What's happening there? Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye now.